lunchtime. No salad today. I've just heated up my lunch. It's leftovers from last night. It's Turkish rice. That is rice with vegetables. And of course, we can't forget the yogurt. So I thought while I don't know if this is going to be enough yogurt, but we'll see. I've taken the whole thing from home, so I have no yogurt stash at home. Could be a problem for later in the week, but I figure we've got Mexican tonight. We've got chicken schnitzel tomorrow night. I don't remember what there's the sausages. Don't remember what's on Thursday night, and Friday night, of course, we're going out. So I don't think I need the yogurt is the point. Anyway, I thought I'd talk to you about Suits. I watched Suits LA, which is the spin-off series to, we're just going to put 2 scoops. Suits LA is the new show, which has got Stephen Amell, also known as the guy who played Arrow. And he's sort of like a Harvey Specter, for those who have watched Suits, the original Suits, which I loved, right? We love a good legal drama. And what made that show so good was the Mike Ross and Harvey Specter relationship. It was just so good, so good. Funny, quirky, full of great one-liners. They had a lot going for them. So I loved that show, Suits. It kind of got a bit stupid as the seasons went on, let's face it. After the whole shtick with Mike was up. It was a bit silly. But, and of course, Meghan Markle was in that one. And there was some good chemistry between her and Mike Ross. So we liked the original Suits. Had high expectations for Suits LA. When I started watching it, it was just so fast-paced, so much happening. And remember, it's the first episode, it's the pilot. We didn't know these characters. We don't care about these characters. There wasn't a lot of chemistry between the characters. And frankly, the likability was really low. I didn't particularly like anyone. Who am I supposed to be cheering on? Who's the underdog? Who's the, that was one exception. I think her name was Leah, the sort of senior associate. It looked like she was wearing a wig, a blonde wig. But anyway, maybe that's her hair. No, it's a blonde wig, I think. It was a bad wig. If we go with a bad wig, I kind of like. She was the associate who was kind of ambitious, wanting to climb the ladder. But otherwise, all the characters were kind of unlikable. And then there's sort of this dream sequence with the brother that I didn't really understand. And that was sort of a bit of a twist at the end. Sorry, spoiler alert. There was a bit of a twist at the end with the whole brother being deceased thing. I don't know, I kind of thought it was stupid. I didn't really like it. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Has it got potential? I'll watch episode 2 because, let's face it was only 1 episode. But it just didn't have anything that was really interesting. Right, they sort of, while I like a good legal drama, is I love a good courtroom scene. I love the Lincoln lawyer. I love how he fights for his clients. He never gives up. And because it's criminal law, they really, go hard at making sure they defend the client and get the client off, guilty or not. There was a little bit of touch of that with a touch of a story about a guy saying he didn't do it. And, he wants a lawyer to believe him. And so that had sort of Lincoln lawyer vibes to it, but just nowhere near on the same likability scale. I think the main character, Ted Black, is not that likable. And then it sort of started talking about mergers and acquisitions, and then as if the firm's got an upcoming merger, and then it sort of comes to light that they've got this entertainment law background. That's sort of what the law firm does because they're in LA. Anyway, overall, I thought it was kind of stupid. Contrast that with 1923, which I also watched the first episode, which I completely loved. We love a good, period drama with Harrison Ford and Spencer. Hello, Spencer. Spencer and the wife, love that storyline. So good. Also watched the first episode of White Lotus of the new season. Love that show. It's got good potential, right? That's how you character build. We've never seen these characters before other than that one lady who's from a previous season. But, it has something to hook you in. The opening scene hooks you in. There was nothing like that in Suits LA. Remember Suits, the pilot episode, which has got to be one of the greatest pilots of all time, where Mike Ross has like the pot in his suitcase and he's running from the cops and he runs into that interview and we only hire from Harvard. And he has all that memory stuff from his photographic memory, which is so good, right? That was what made the show good. There was nothing like that in this episode. Like, I'm not saying they needed to duplicate it, but they needed something to keep us watching, some sort of likability factor. It was just missing. It is what it is. All right. I do find it hard to talk and eat. So I'm going to continue to pig out on my lunch, drink my Coke, and get back to work. I forgot to say that I'm launching my new merch this week, which is my t-shirts that say "Don't worry about it" for Dantok. And I'm wearing black, so it's hard to see, but it's a t-shirt. I'm putting them on the web. Well, my sister's putting them on the website. I won't take credit for it. And we're doing it over the next couple of days because she's got to upload them gradually. So we have black t-shirts, we have grey t-shirts in the "Don't Worry About It" and the Superman. This is my grey "Don't Worry About It." I am getting through it. You see, I've run out of yogurt. Like now, I can't eat it. I need to top it up, but don't worry, we're only halfway through the container. I'll top that up in a minute. So this is the grey one, which I like, and I'll show you the Superman one. There we go. It's not actually a Superman. It's just a figure holding an oven because it says Saturday Platter Day. And then the guys can't see because of my boobs. We don't effing cook on Saturdays, and he's of course throwing this is a spin-off of the original Superman comic. It's not that, it's just a play on it, Saturday Platter Day. You might, for those original Fidantok fans, you might remember that for Christmas last year we did like a Kris Kringle in my family, and my brother-in-law, hubby's sister's husband, had this made for me. Not this one, but like this. He designed this, and he had a t-shirt made, and I loved it, and then wore it on TikTok, and somebody said, "Oh, you should do that as your merch." I'd buy one of those. Like, it's a really cool image. And for those, those of us who sort of like comic books and like the playfulness of it, you might like it. Anyway, I'm going to do a pre-sale thing. So nothing's that I haven't actually ordered because it's really quite hard. It's really quite hard to know the sizes, the colours, what people want. And there's different things. It's going to be t-shirts, it's going to be hoodies, it's going to be some V-necks, some normal. So, and I don't know what to order. I don't know how many to order. And here's the thing about merch. The more you order, the cheaper it is. We'll do a pre-sale thing, and of course the sizes, right? How do I know how many sizes of each and what colours? So I'm going to do limited colours, grey, black, hoodie, t-shirt, this design, and "Don't Worry About It" design. That's all for now. All right, and as I said, they'll gradually be put on my fidantokcomau website, as well as my other merch is there, the pens, the bags. Remember the bags? Do I have a bag I can show you? No, don't worry about it. I'm not going to do a hard sell. All right, I'm going to get back to eating this. It needs more yogurt for Dan, more yogurt. We can't eat the bits without the yogurt. Don't worry about it.